from the WKBN First News Network, home of the High School Football Big 22 Award. Celebrating 25 years of live television sports in the Valley, this is the WKBN High School Football Game of the Week. Sponsored by Stadium GL and Sheely's.
From Joe Lane Stadium at Mineral Ridge High School, it is week number 2 of the high school football campaign. Tonight, the Rams from Mineral Ridge play host to the Golden Eagles from United on the final Friday night in the month of August. Hi again, everybody. Chad Krispinski alongside Ralph Sandy. Ralph, these two teams coming into this one with a lot in common. It should be a good one on paper and in real life.
Yeah, week 1, both of these teams come with big wins, blowout wins, so to speak. Two veteran head coaches who both preached being physical, and they did that in week 1. They will continue that here in week 2.
Both teams were victorious, as you mentioned. United opened the year with a 35-0 shutout win over Minerva. Meanwhile, Mineral Ridge posted a 29-8 victory over Pymatuning Valley. Sit back, relax, and enjoy this one. Mineral Ridge won the toss and elected to receive. Should be a lot of fun. Hard to believe already week 2. The ball will soon be teed up by United kicker Liam Jones. It is sunny, but it is cool. There will be a lot of sweatshirts and jackets by the time we're done here tonight. Back deep to return for Mineral Ridge. Let's see, it looks to be Owen Silac. So Jones has the football teed up, and we're ready to rock and roll here on this Friday night. And so this one is a little short kick that is taken across the 25. To the far side, it is Rozzi. Rozzi up ahead across the 35 to the 36-yard line, brought down by Dom Wilson. Our keys to the game, we'll get to those here in just a bit. Meanwhile, it'll be 1st and 10 for Mineral Ridge.
You know, you look at these two teams, Chad, when you come off impressive wins in week 1, the hope is your team doesn't come in here too confident. And I know that both coaches, being veteran coaches, probably preached that all week. You had a good week 1. Week 2 is an opportunity to build on that.
On 1st down, it's a run play that goes up the middle. It's Preston Holbrook. We'll hear his name quite a bit. He's up ahead to the 39-yard line, brought down by Wyatt Swanson. Holbrook finished last week's win with a couple of touchdowns and 78 rushing yards. So it will be a short pickup of 2 yards, 2nd down and 8. We'll see two quarterbacks for Mineral Ridge. Again, Holbrook breaks a tackle up across the 45 and wrestled down at the 50-yard line. Wyatt Swanson once again there to make the stop. And the ball actually will be spotted in United territory at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 13 yards for Holbrook, and a Mineral Ridge 1st down. And this Ram offense looking to be very physical up front, and so far it has been mission accomplished. The quarterback is Landon Bingham. Bingham gives it over the left side, and that time not much running room to speak of. Ball may have come loose. Wyatt Heaver was there to make the tackle for United.
When you look at these two teams, both of these coaches talked about the need to be physical. They talked about the need to be able to run the ball. So really the battle here tonight is going to be in the trenches. Sounds cliche, but these two offensive defensive lines are going to have to be physical, and we'll see who wins that here tonight.
Bingham takes the snap, dumps it off left side. It is caught about 2 yards shy of the first down. Ridge putting together a nifty looking drive. Tackles made by William Gunderson for United. It'll set up a 3rd down and 2 play, hauled in by Jackson Geddes, I do believe. So that will set things up for a 3rd down and 2. Looks like Preston Holbrook has checked back in. And the give is to Holbrook, and he puts his head down and plows ahead inside the 40, and he's down at the 39-yard line. And the officials will call an official's timeout for a measurement. They'll bring the chains out from across the way. United has won 3 of the last 5 head-to-head meetings. So we'll see just how close they are. And if it will be a 4th down and 1 situation, it will not. It is 1st down and 10 for Mineral Ridge. A steady diet of that ground attack. Our referee, by the way, is Bob Marchio. Chris Canan, the umpire. Seth Morgan, the linesman. Gene Skelly, the line judge. Joe Austin, the back judge. Our keys to the game are brought to you by our friends at Hometown Fixer Upper. Our keys to the game are as follows. First of all, both sides looking to protect the rock. That ground attack will be on display. Both coaches telling me they want to get physical. Errant snap, loose ball, and it's a major league loss all the way back to the 40-yard line. And United says it has recovered. They have the football, do the Golden Eagles. And it is United football, 1st and 10. What a turn of events.
Yeah, you know, it took the officials a second there. You're going to see the bad snap go over Landon Bingham's head. And it looks for a second that he regains possession right there, but then it comes out again. I wonder if there was some question whether or not he was down. But either way, the Golden Eagles going to take over.
Wyatt Swanson recovered. He's all fired up as well. He should be. We'll get our first look at this United offensive unit, which is led by quarterback Thomas Brown. And Brown is someone that head coach DJ Ogilvie is really excited for. Brown will keep it himself, and he got upended inside the 40, head over heels down to the 38-yard line. Thomas Brown rushed for 117 yards. Phoenix Walker there to make the tackle for Mineral Ridge. Dangerous play there. Brown. And the Eagles snap the ball very quickly. And it's a short gain. It was a direct snap. It looked like it went not to Brown, but to another ball carrier, was Micaiah Haynes. And the Eagles will toss it. This is Brown. He has the edge. Brown down to the 30-yard line, and he muscles his way inside that 30-yard line. So how many times, Ralph, have we seen a turnover give a big jolt and then a big-time offensive drive following that up?
And you see how quickly United is going at it. They feel like they have the momentum, Chad. They're going to continue to go, although I think they went a little too early on that one.
Yeah, somebody jumped on the near side. We'll check out the call.
Dead ball, false start. Offense, number 66, 5-yard penalty, 1st down.
That's Wyatt Heaver.
Yeah, something to keep an eye on. Watch number 4, Thomas Brown, who usually lines up at quarterback. Got up a little gimpy after that last hit.
Brown is lined up as a wide receiver. This is a direct snap. Micaiah Haynes. He's a big guy, 215 pounds. And he barrels his way over that left side, and he is a load to bring down.
Yeah, that's what you'll see from United tonight. A lot of multiple fronts, a lot of different guys taking the snap. A lot of different players going to touch the ball on this offense.
Thomas Brown awaits the snap. He now has it. He sweeps the far side. Brown cuts it upfield, and he falls forward inside the 20, down to the 18, and in to the B&R Wholesale Tire and Wheel red zone. Tight formation for the Golden Eagles. Thomas Brown with some shifting. Mackay and Haynes lined up in the backfield to the left of Brown. Brown turns, gives, loose football! And another ball on the turf. It's a turnover that gives it right back to Mineral Ridge. Kamani Johnson-Winford. Johnny on the spot for the Rams. He pounced right on it. It went off the fingertips of United's Braden Schwartz. Important to protect the rock. Already one turnover per side. And the run play goes to Preston Holbrook, and he is stacked up. Zach Graffius there to make the tackle for United. A fast-moving first quarter clock. That sun is very bright. We're staring right into it. When that goes down, it'll get much cooler here this evening. So we're just about halfway home in this opening quarter. Stackeye in the backfield for Mineral Ridge. They'll toss it to the left side. Not much running room to speak of, as it's just back to the 21-yard line. Looks like Caden Schaefer had the carry that time. Mackay and Haynes was there to make the stop. No gain, they'll say. And it'll bring up a third down play for Mineral Ridge. So the Rams trying to convert. That's Landon Bingham. He's 220 pounds, 6'3", a big high school quarterback. Bingham has an outstanding arm, looking to set up a screen. It is complete up across the 25 and up ahead to the 29-yard line.
You know, we talk all the time about being a smart football player, and you watch the United defensive line. Everybody started coming forward, and they started to recognize quickly that was going to be a screen, and they all started to backtrack.
And it's coming back because there was a hold. Thought I saw a late flag come in, and we just did get the call from referee Bob Marchio.
Holding offense number 1. That penalty is declined. 4th down.
So that will set up a 4th down play, and Mineral Ridge will send out the punt unit. Christian Dunlap will come in to punt, averaging 23.5 yards per kick. Back deep to return for United. One of the two return men is Thomas Brown. The kick is away. This is a very high kick. Quentin Taylor makes the fair catch. With 5:01 to play in the opening quarter, no score on the WKBN High School Football Game of the Week. Feels like football here at Mineral Ridge High School. A chilly night here in week number 2. No score between United and Mineral Ridge. Chad Krispinski, Ralph Sandy with you. Glad you're with us once again tonight. Following the punt, Brown turns and gives it to the up men. It's down to the 46-yard line for a pickup of just 1 yard. Caleb Host there to make the tackle.
Yeah, Host goes unblocked, just steps right down into the hole and makes that tackle.
United spreads the ball around, that is for sure. 2nd down and 9 upcoming for the Golden Eagles. Thomas Brown sweeping the near side. Loose football, and it popped right back up into his belly. And they almost turned the ball over again. Both coaches emphasized you cannot turn the ball over.
Yeah, he takes a pretty good hit right there from the outside. He's looking inside. That hit comes from the outside. Very fortunate to recover that football.
3rd down and 3. Brown comes in motion. Haynes took the direct snap. And United is going to be penalized 5 yards
Dead
for a
ball,
false start.
False start. Offense, number 78. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
That is Bryce Wood. Called for the false start. So all of a sudden, a 3rd down and 3 becomes a more difficult 3rd down and 8. Thomas Brown looking to throw. He's throwing downfield. It is caught. 1st down along the far sideline to the 33-yard line. It's coming back.
Well, a nice job either way by Thomas Brown to get out of the pocket.
Offense, number 9. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
An eligible man downfield is the call. So the Golden Eagles are operating in reverse.
You know, we've seen Mineral Ridge pass once tonight. United goes to the air there for the first time. And, you know, both of these teams are going to have to sprinkle that in here tonight to be successful, to kind of balance out that run game.
Timeout on the field. We'll take it as well. No score in the WKBN High School Football Game of the Week. And welcome back to Mineral Ridge High School. No score. And it is United facing a 3rd down and 13. Brown looking to throw. Brown under duress. Still looking, directing traffic, thieving it downfield, incomplete to nobody. And it'll be 4th down and 13 upcoming. And boy, he was pressured in a big way from all angles, wasn't he?
Boy, but he didn't see him under pressure, did he? I mean, he kept rolling to his right, looking downfield to that last possible second to try to give those receivers a chance. Took a big hit at the end. Incomplete nonetheless, going to force this punt.
Quentin Taylor is in punt formation for United. And it looks like Thomas Kanowski is back deep to return, and now all of a sudden we have an official's timeout. It is 4th down and 13 with 3:35 left to play in this opening quarter in a battle of two 1-0 teams.
Well, for a second there, the play clock was at 0. There's no way it could have run out that quickly. That could be the issue, just a play clock issue, resetting it, now getting back to it.
So Taylor to kick, Kanowski to return. Kick is away. It's a wobbly kick. Kanowski will let it hit. It'll roll inside the 5 and into the end zone for the touchback. Wow. That was really close to being downed inside the 5 and even near the goal line. Welcome back to sun-splashed Mineral Ridge High School. Rams have the ball. No score. It's a run play up the middle, up across the 20, and ahead to the 21-yard line. Quentin Taylor there to make the stop after the minimal gain for Ridge.
And Quentin Taylor plays that about as good as you can. He's on the outside linebacker, and he just flattens out right down the line of scrimmage and meets the ball carrier in the backfield.
The quarterback is Landon Bingham. Preston Holbrook is to his right. Bingham to throw, looks to the left side, a little bit too tall for the intended target, Austin Ohl. That will set up 3rd down and 9 for Mineral Ridge. At long last, that sun is starting to become covered up by the clouds in the distance, and everybody here on this side of the stadium can see a little bit better now. 3rd down and 9 for Ridge. Bingham to throw, looking to the near side, firing, it's too tall. At the 34-yard line, intended for Caden Schaefer. And it'll be 4th down and 9, and the Rams will have to punt.
Well, after that first down play, 2 more plays and 2 more passes, both high. Going to lead to this punt. United should be able to take over with pretty good field position. Keep in mind, Ridge did have a bad snap on a play, so you always then worry about the long snap.
Christian Dunlap in punt formation, gets away a very high kick. All of the Golden Eagles are staying away from it. And it'll nestle down at the 48-yard line, and so United will have it 1st down and 10 in Ridge territory at the 48-yard line. Still no score in a battle of 2 teams, 2 offenses that really did put up the points 1 week ago, but credit to these defenses for both sides.
Yeah, really, a defensive line on both sides of the ball. Both teams really have played well here tonight. A lot of penetration, a lot of stopping these runs before they really get started. You'll see how tight that United formation is. They're just trusting those big guys up front to get it done.
A receiver to each side. In motion comes Quentin Taylor. There's another flag, and it's more premature movement. A false start again for United.
False start. Offense number 19. 5-yard penalty. 1st down.
Well, that's 3 false starts. 3 motion penalties before the snap against the Eagles here in the 1st quarter.
So it'll be 1st down and 15 for United. And we have a whistle and a timeout called by United. The stoppage of play gives us an opportunity to remind you that WKBN's Big 22 includes the 5 blocks of granite, which honors the top high school football linemen in the Valley. It is sponsored by the Moransky Companies and by Coca's Pizza. Go to WKBN.com and click on sports to see the top high school football players in the Valley. 1st and 15 from the 47-yard line. Brown takes the snap. He plants. He steps up and is sacked at the 35-yard line.
When you look at Chase Moore out there at 6'4", 270.
This is a run play to Haynes up across the 40, near the 41-yard line on 2nd down and long with 2nd and 25. Short pickup sets up 3rd down and long from the 41-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 21. As we're inside 90 seconds left to play in the opening quarter. In motion comes Braden Schwartz, and another false start.
Dead ball. False start. Offense number 8. 5-yard penalty.
So that is going to make it 3rd down and 26.
Yeah, keep in mind that where this drive started at the 48, they've been going in reverse since they've had it. The penalties, the sack.
In the backfield, it's Mekhian Haynes. He's to the left of Thomas Brown, the United quarterback. Brown cuts the corner, gets a good block, 40, 45, 47, and he's up near the United 48-yard line, but still well shy of a first down, and so United, in all likelihood, will send out the punt group once again. And it will be Quentin Taylor booting it away again. Back deep to return for Mineral Ridge, it's Owen Silak. Taylor gets the kick away. It is a much deeper kick, and this one on a bounce will head out the back end of the end zone for a touchback, and so it'll be first down and 10 for Mineral Ridge, upcoming with just 13 seconds left in quarter number 1. Following tonight's action, we will select a player of the game. This is one player that has made the greatest impact during our game of the week. Our Player of the Game award is sponsored by Eastwood Mall, Stadium GM, and Soup City Designs. Running style quarterback, very dangerous if he busts free. Loose football once again, and the Golden Eagles trying to pounce on it. Still no signal. United football. Rowan Kelly has it. First and 10 as United will open things up with a prime opportunity, forcing the fumble. It was, let's see, number 8, Coda Shasteen.
And they set their offense up nicely.
Some shifting from right to left on a tight formation for the Golden Eagles. Tommy Brown with a flag down, cuts it back upfield. He got walloped at the 5-yard line as the first quarter has come to an end, but there is a flag down. We've seen a lot of flags in this first quarter.
Sideline warning, Mineral Ridge.
So it is a sideline warning. And with that, the first quarter's in the books. We go to the second. No score between Mineral Ridge and United on the WKBN High School Football Game of the Week. We greet you tonight from the home of the Mineral Ridge Rams. All set for the second quarter. No score. Chad Krispinski, Ralph Sandy with you. Thomas Brown brings a man in motion. He calls his own number up the middle, muscling his way towards that goal line. And Brown is stopped just shy. The Golden Eagles thought that he was in for the score. He was darn close as he backed his way towards that goal line, but it'll now be first down and goal from the 1-yard line. Thomas Brown awaits the snap. He brings a man in motion. He turns and gives. It's in! Or is it? Just shy. That was Braden Schwartz. I don't know how he did not get in.
No, give credit. Chase Moore in the middle of all of that for Mineral Ridge. We talked about him earlier at 6'4", 270. He's plugging things up the middle. He looked like he had a sure path to the end zone, and it closed quickly.
Yes, it did. Mekhian Haynes is in the backfield, and now we have a timeout called by Mineral Ridge. And Andy Hake calling a timeout. We're back after this on the WKBN High School Football Game of the Week. 10:52 left to play here until halftime. No score, but United with a chance to punch it in right here. And as we get back to it, another whistle. It is second down and goal from inside the 1-yard line.
Please reset the game clock to 10:52.
So they're going to put 2 seconds back on the clock. Thomas Brown. Full house in the backfield. He'll turn and give it up the middle. This is Rowan Kelly powering in for the touchdown. There was a lot of misdirection there.
And even with that push from behind, he didn't make it in by much. We'll be able to take a look at it right here. Let's see if the football crosses the goal line. Tough to tell.
And now the all-important extra point coming for United from Liam Jones. Snap is back, ball is down, kick is up, and there's another flag down. So all of a sudden, this becomes a more difficult kick for Liam Jones. Snap is back, ball is down, kick is up, and it is good. 10:48 left to play here in the second quarter. That scoring drive is sponsored by our friends at On Demand Occupational Medicine. So 7-0 is our score. Rowan Kelly with a 1-yard touchdown plunge, giving United a 7-0 lead. Remember, it will be United getting its hands on the football to start this third quarter upcoming. It's turned out to be a delightful night here at Mineral Ridge High School. Perfect weather, perfect temperatures. Not that humid stuff that we were dealing with a week ago, causing so much cramping among players and whatnot. Liam Jones has the ball teed up, back deep to return. Owen Silak. Liam Jones set to make the approach. And he pops this one to the near side. It's picked up by one of the up men. Taken across the 30, and then he is buried by Rowan Kelly. That may have been Chandler Bussey on the return. It was. Here it's 7-0 in favor of United. And the run play goes over the left side, up across the 35 and ahead to the 36-yard line. And that time on the carry, it was Blake Basista. Boy, these teams really shuffle the ball carriers in. You've really got to be on your game to see who it is that's carrying the ball, because they shuffle guys in and out as much as they do. Landon Bingham is back in at quarterback. There's an I formation. Stack guy behind him, and there's a false start against Mineral Ridge, or is it against United?
Yeah, I think the DN, Austin Seresna, moved early.
We were right there, right on it.
Got a little head start.
Rams with that tight formation. The give is to the up man, up across the 40 and ahead to the 43-yard line. That was Holbrook on the carry for the Rams.
You know, when you look at these two offenses, you know, they are content just to pound the rock, right? I mean, they're going right after the D-line, the linebackers of the opponents. And, you know, we haven't seen any big plays. But when you continue to do this, you continue to do that, you start to see some of these lines wear out. You hope those myriad of backs that they're using could bust one.
The give is to Holbrook. Holbrook up to the 50-yard line, and he got knocked down as soon as he got to midfield. As we approach the 9-minute mark of this second quarter, Holbrook comes in, 78 rushing yards in week one, averaging just a hair under 5 yards per carry. It'll set up third down and short for Mineral Ridge, where are they going to measure? They may bring the chains across. And here come the folks to stretch out those chains. It's always interesting now with all the modern technology, and the NFL now using the laser kind of technology to measure how close the ball is to being a first down. They use it in tennis a lot as well. You have the technology. Here it's the old-fashioned way, and it's going to be a first down for Ridge. Good crowd on hand here tonight. So here we go. Under center is Landon Bingham. He has something to say to Blake Basista. Stack eye in the backfield. And the run play goes to Rakic, and Rakic muscles his way down to the 47-yard line. Brought down by Wyatt Swanson. Pickup of 2, second down and 8 for Ridge. United with a 7-0 lead. Under center is Bingham. Bingham gives. This is Holbrook. Holbrook got knocked down, but not before reaching the 45, and they'll roll him down at the 44-yard line of United. That will set up third down and manageable. 3rd and 5 for the Rams. Bingham takes the snap, gives it to Holbrook. He has some running room, powering his way, refusing to go down. He is up near another Mineral Ridge first down. That'll do it. They'll move the chains. Some strong running as Holbrook refused to go down.
Yeah, watch number 19, Wyatt Swanson, come right there. If he was able to make that tackle, he would have stopped him from getting that first down, but Holbrook does a nice job of keeping those legs driving and picking up those 2 or 3 yards he needed. And now for the first time tonight, we're seeing a pretty good established drive by this Ram offense. And keep in mind, they haven't passed yet on this one. Remember, they certainly have the ability with Landon Bingham to do that.
Bingham gives it. And not much to write home about there as the ball carrier tripped. And on the carry, it was Bussey, brought down by Tyler Wood. They'll officially say no gain on the play. And it'll be 2nd down and 10 for Mineral Ridge as we're just about halfway home in this second quarter. Still just a 7-0 lead. Turnovers have been pivotal. Landon Bingham with some movement. And let's see who moved first. That'll once again be Austin Serezna. So that'll make it a much more manageable 2nd down and 5 upcoming for the Rams.
Boy, you look at that stat right there. 8 first-half penalties for United, none against Mineral Ridge.
And we have an officials timeout now. Looks like someone has to tie their shoe. Looks like Quentin Taylor got some help tying his shoe. Team effort. Bingham gives it. And it's a short carry. Tackle made by Wyatt Swanson. Tyler Wood also there to make the tackle. It'll be 3rd down and 3 upcoming. Blake Basista muscling his way for every inch. Rakic, Basista, and Holbrook are the running backs. This time it's Holbrook. Stacked up, trying to push the pile. He's able to manage his way down to the 30, just inside the 30-yard line. And at first glance, it looks like he's going to be a little bit shy, 1.5 yards it appears.
Yeah, you think back to that last 3rd down play, Wyatt Swanson unable to come up with the big tackle and hit. That time he's able to hold on till his teammates get there and hold him short of that 1st down marker.
And it looks like the offense will stay out there. And we have a whistle, and we have a timeout taken by Andy Hake across the way. Prior to this 4th down and 2 play, we'll take it as well. 7-0 United is our score on the WKBN High School Football Game of the Week. A pretty look high atop Joe Lane Stadium. 4:24 remaining in the first half. It is at the moment United 7, Mineral Ridge nothing. Ridge will send the offense back out there on 4th down and 2. It'll be a stack eye in the backfield. Bingham gives it to Holbrook. Holbrook got stacked up, but he got a little bit of a push. And it all depends on the spot. This is going to be very, very close. The Rams are saying he definitely has it. The Golden Eagles are not in agreement. And we're going to measure it again. And this is going to be very interesting, Ralph.
Yeah, watch Holbrook. First contact's right there, his own man, and he does a little spin move right here, trying to get away from tackles. And that spin move might have been, or that roll off of a tackle might have been enough to pick up this 1st down.
So we'll bring the chains all the way across, stretch it out, and see if this drive will continue or if it will come to a screeching halt for the Rams. Here we go. 1st and 10, Mineral Ridge. Well, now they're going to stretch it out a little bit more. There it is, 1st down. And that was really, really close.
And that's a credit to Preston Holbrook, right? I mean, at first contact, he's at least 1.5 yards short.
All right, here we go. And the give is to Holbrook. Holbrook backed his way inside the 30 and then got stacked up and pushed in the opposite direction. And he may have even lost 1 yard on the play. As those big guys up front for United were in hot pursuit with a good push from the defensive side of things.
And those big guys up front for United on that D-line have to be getting tired. This is a long drive offensively for Mineral Ridge.
Bingham fakes the handoff, looking to throw, firing downfield, too tall. He's got a cannon for an arm. It was intended for Jackson Geddes. And that will set up a 3rd down and 11 play. You knew it was just a matter of time before he went with the play fake.
Yeah, you sprinkle it in there. You have to keep the defense honest. You pound the middle of the field so much, the outside opens up. And I think we've seen on the last 3 pass attempts by Bingham, they've all been high. They say quarterbacks that are throwing high, a little too amped up, a little too excited. Certainly a big game like this in week 2 will do that to you.
Bingham back to throw, steps up, zips it, right side, catch is made at the 10-yard line. It'll be a 1st down, hauled in by Owen Silak, who travels his way into the B&R Wholesale Tire and Wheel red zone.
Boy, give credit to Bingham that time. Stays in the pocket, pressure around him. That time not high, perfect.
19-yard pass completion. And it is 1st down and goal to go from the 10. Ridge in the B&R Wholesale Tire and Wheel red zone. Another tight formation. Deli in at quarterback for Mineral Ridge. He puts his head down and rumbles forward. Picked up very little.
Boy, you saw Deli that time. Remember, his first carry of the game was his last carry of the game. He fumbled the ball. That time you saw him cover up that ball with both hands before he met that traffic.
Inside 2.5 left to play in this 2nd quarter.
You know, when you look at that United defense, man, we've called Wyatt Swanson's name a whole bunch here tonight in this 1st half. He's been everywhere.
Deli is still in at quarterback. Deli looking to throw. He fires. It is incomplete. Knocked around just a little bit. Juggled by Austin Ole. And again, Deli is more of the running quarterback, and so maybe trying to catch the Golden Eagles by surprise in coverage for United. It was Sidney Casto.
Yeah,
and it'll be 3rd down and goal now.
He was a step away from picking that off, too.
Deli to throw, flushed from the pocket, and he fires, and it is into the far sideline. Incomplete, and it will be 4th down and goal to go for Mineral Ridge. And it looks like the field goal unit will be on. This will be a 27-yard field goal attempt for Steven Gutierrez. Snap is back, ball is down, line drive kick is up, and it is good. 1:54 left to play here in quarter number 2. It is United 7, Mineral Ridge 3. But you know the Rams were hoping for a little bit more than that.
Yeah, you know, they had that ball. They pounded it the entire way down the field. They got inside the 10-yard line, went with Ethan Deli, went to the air attack a couple times, unsuccessful. But they get points, and I think they needed something out of that drive. Keep in mind they had 2 drives earlier that ended in turnovers. This one almost ended in a turnover on downs, except for the effort of Preston Holbrook. But they get the field goal up there, and now with just under 2 minutes left, United will have an opportunity on offense again. And it seems like forever since they've had the football.
Very lengthy drive. Here at 7-3, United leading Ridge. Set to kick it off for Ridge. It's Braylon Cowger. It's a little kick that's punched up in the air, and there's a whistle. Do we have another flag thrown? Oh, was a timeout taken by United here late in this 2nd quarter. You know you're getting the ball to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I think you'll see more of the same from this United offense. I think the ground attack will be what would they go with here in these last 2 minutes, hoping to break a big one. And they do have some speed on that offensive side of the ball to do so. But both of these teams have been unable to get the big play here tonight.
So here we go. This is a little squib kick, which is hauled in and covered by Hunter Casto. Following tonight's action, be sure to join Stan Boney for the WKBN Plus post-game show. He'll have scores, highlights, and a complete recap of all of tonight's action from the area. That's exclusively on WKBN Plus. And you can download WKBN Plus right now on Apple TV, Roku, and Fire TV. On first down, this is Brown. Brown spun down at the 45-yard line. Little sense of urgency now for United. We have an injured Mineral Ridge player. It is Owen Silak, slow to get up, and he's now removed his helmet. I didn't see what happened to Owen, but
yeah, he's the one that made that tackle. I mean, it was a one-on-one tackle in the open field. Not sure if he got twisted up or not, but he's the one that brings down Thomas Brown after that gain.
So we're down to 1:41 remaining as the medical staff has come out for Mineral Ridge. And it doesn't appear to be anything too serious as the trainer is there, just allowing him a second to catch his breath. Chance he may have gotten the wind knocked out of him.
Yeah, it looked like Thomas Brown. Weight came down right on his chest. And you hope that's all that it is. And there you see him pop back up.
So good to see Owen Silak make his way off the field under his own power. Solid pickup on first down of 6 yards. It'll be second down and 4 with less than 2 minutes to go here until halftime. They mark the ball just shy of the 45-yard line. And we're back to it. And another whistle. Now the clock had started, so we lost 3 seconds there. It should have been running because it was a run play that the tackle was made on, inbounds.
Not sure what the discussion is about.
It's a lengthy discussion that is taking a long time. They may put those 3 seconds back on. So on the snap is when the clock will start rolling. United with the ball on second down. Brown comes in motion. It's a direct snap to Haynes. Haynes powers his way across the 45 and up to the 47-yard line. And now Andy Hake will burn a timeout. So we're down to 1:34 left. It'll be third down and short upcoming for United. Golden Eagles with a 7-3 lead. They're facing third down and 2.
Coach Hake hoping to get this stop here and get one more shot on the offensive side of the ball before the end of the half, knowing that the Golden Eagles get it coming out of the halftime break.
In case you're just joining us, not a lot of points to speak of. Rowan Kelly with a 1-yard touchdown plunge. United with a 7-0 lead, and then it was a 27-yard field goal on the other side for Mineral Ridge. Steven Gutierrez booted it through to cut it to a 7-3 deficit. Chad Krispinski, Ralph Sandy with you here in week number 2. The last Friday night in the month of August, and boy, the temperatures, it feels cool. It feels like fall.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like week 2, I can tell you that. With the long sleeves on tonight.
So United back to the line of scrimmage. Trying to get something going, trying to convert on 3rd and 2. In motion comes Braden Schwartz. Play clock is down to 12. Thomas Brown trying to get the corner, does so, 45, and he's shoved out of bounds near the 42-yard line. That's more than enough for a United first down, and we still have 90 seconds left to play until halftime.
You know, we saw Rowan Kelly score that touchdown earlier. He gets a heck of a block on the outside to seal that edge for his quarterback.
Brown again has the corner. He got blasted out of bounds. Big hit delivered by Owen Silak, and boy, Brown paid the price.
Yeah, if there's any question of Silak's feeling better, he showed you right there. He's back to being 100%. You can see that that hit started inbounds. Legal hit.
They mark it. Just shy of the 38-yard line. Thomas Brown, 2 wideouts to the left, 1 near side to the right. Bring a man in motion. Thomas Brown cuts the corner, now back upfield. Brown is swarmed upon, and he's wrestled to the turf at the 32-yard line. A pickup of about 6 yards on the play. 1:14 left. That's enough for a first down. Clock is rolling, 1:10 remaining. Second quarter. Thomas Brown cuts it upfield. Brown knocked down and out of bounds. That's been working very, very well for United on this drive.
Yeah, Brown running the ball really well on this drive. He's also doing a good job of getting to the sidelines. Stopping the clock, preparing for the next play.
Brown takes the high snap, and he got spun down as soon as he tried to make his cut. So we're down to 31 seconds. Clock continues to roll. United is out of timeouts. Late substitutions in, then out. 20 seconds remaining. Brown brings a man in motion. He'll keep it himself. He puts his head down, and he got spun down again, and that is in all likelihood going to do it for us here in the first half. So we have played one half of football here on this Friday night. Your halftime score, United 7, Mineral Ridge 3, on a perfect night here in week number 2. Our halftime festivities will commence when we come back. You're watching live coverage of the WKBN High School Football Game of the Week. And welcome back to Mineral Ridge High School. A perfect shot from our photographers on the end here tonight. Great football game as well. United 7, Mineral Ridge 3. Hi again, everybody. Chad Krispinski alongside Ralph Sandy. What are you expecting in this third quarter as we have our halftime report now?
Well, I think both coaches are going to preach cleaning things up from penalty aspect, from the turnover aspect. And I think one of these teams is going to break a big play, which is really going to turn the tide here in the second half.
It is time for our halftime report. Our halftime report is brought to you by the Mahoning County Career and Technical Center and by Inner Circle Pizza. Team numbers from the first half of play look this way. Very even as you would expect, and the bulk of the damage coming on the ground, especially for United, Ralph.
Yeah, both of these teams came into the game wanting to run the ball, establish their offensive lines, and I think they have done that. We'll see more of the same in the second half.
Not a whole heck of a lot of passing to speak of. In fact, a big 0 for United. 33 passing yards for Landon Bingham of Mineral Ridge. But again, the bulk of the damage that both teams have done coming courtesy of the ground attack. Those passing numbers from the first half of play look this way. Again, not much to speak of. Thomas Brown did the bulk of the damage with his legs for United. What did you like about what Thomas Brown did for the Golden Eagles?
Really, he came into his own on that last drive in the second quarter when they were trying to go up against the clock. I felt like he ran with decisiveness, relied on those blockers out in front of him, and I expect to see him have some big gains here in the second half.
Should be an interesting third quarter and fourth quarter as well. Brown with 79 rushing yards, Preston Holbrook with 39 rushing yards. All set to get this third quarter underway. Sit back, relax, and enjoy this one. It will be United getting its hands on the football to start things here in quarter number 3. Sidney Castro is back deep to return. The ball is teed up by Mineral Ridge's Braylon Cowger. Cowger is set to make the approach. Cowger drills this one downfield. It is taken across the 15 to the 20. This is Casto, and he got covered and buried. Austin Ohl with a special team stop. Great coverage by the Rams to open this third quarter, and now the Golden Eagles have it first down and 10.
Well, when Casto caught that ball, I thought he had some room, and great pursuit by Austin Ohl there on kickoff coverage to make that tackle.
So Micaiah Haynes is in the backfield, joining quarterback Thomas Brown. Brown, the rushing leader. The give is to Haynes. Haynes powers his way up across the 25. He's up near the 29-yard line. That's what this United team will do. Grind it out, grind that clock down, put together a very time-consuming drive, but they're quickly back to the line of scrimmage. This is Brown, and he got knocked down. Chase Moore is an absolute monster, and Andy Hake, when I talked to him earlier this week, had such high praise for him. He's 6'3", 280 pounds. He's the heart and soul of this defensive group for Mineral Ridge, and he showed it right there. Thomas Brown on the keeper, bouncing it outside. He's to the 40, 45, and he got whacked into the Rams sideline. And he pops right back up, and that will be a United first down. And we have an injured Mineral Ridge Ram down at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, what you love about this play is, they attack the middle of the field so much. You see the play fake to the middle. Brown able to finally get to the outside before being knocked down by Owen Silak.
18-yard pickup, injury timeout on the field. And the injured player is Kamani Johnson-Winford. We'll check on him when we come back in the WKBN High School Football Game of the Week. 10:59 left to play in the third quarter. Kamani Johnson-Winford walked off with a little assistance. Hopefully he is okay for Mineral Ridge. First down and 10 following an 18-yard run by Thomas Brown. Brown awaits the snap, takes it, has it, and he got swallowed up but kept the legs churning. Pushed his way up ahead of the 48-yard line. Boy, it looked like he was going to be stopped dead in his tracks, and he continued to scratch and fight for more.
Yeah, I mean, he got the snap, and boy, there was like 4 Mineral Ridge defenders around him. Great penetration by that Ram defense.
On the keeper, this is Brown, open field, 40, 30, 20, 15, and wrestled down from the backside. Brought down by Christian Dunlap, but not before. Brown is into the B&R Wholesale Tire and Wheel red zone. What a run by Brown.
Yeah, it all started with the play fake again in the backfield to Micaiah Haynes. Brown able to then cut it upfield. Finally, Christian Dunlap able to bring him down, but Brown kind of continuing where he started in the late second quarter.
40-yard pickup for Brown. Brown takes the snap. He'll call his own number again, and he got knocked down immediately. Preston Holbrook was there along with Phoenix Walker. Chance for the Golden Eagles to punch this thing in. Thomas Brown, 3 touchdowns last week. In that week 1 victory over Minerva. He's lined up as a wide receiver, direct snap. Ma'Khia Haynes in, touchdown!
You know, we saw a lot of that on that first drive for United. A lot of different guys getting the direct snap. That time, Ma'Khia Haynes takes the direct snap, gets some great blocking up front and into the end zone.
12-yard touchdown run for Ma'Khia Haynes. 2nd rushing touchdown of the season. Extra point try coming courtesy of Liam Jones. Snap is back, ball is down, kick is up, and the kick is good. 9:21 left to play here in the 3rd quarter. And United has opened up a 14-3 lead. Good looking drive from the Golden Eagles, Ralph.
And a clean drive, right? I mean, we talked about United being plagued by penalties there in the first half, a total of 8 in the first half, and they come out, run their offense, pound the rock in the middle, able to bounce it out here or there. And boy, I tell you what, that offense looked really good, led by Thomas Brown.
Ma'Khia Haynes cleaning things up and racing in for the 12-yard touchdown. So now the onus is on Mineral Ridge. You find yourself trailing by 2 scores now as we take a look at what worked so well for United on that scoring drive. And I think what worked so well was Thomas Brown. What can Brown do for you? A lot.
Yeah, he did a nice job with the play fakes too. You know, if you're able to get those first 2 defenders to bite on that play fake, it opens up so much down the field. Then when you get down to the goal line, you use your big back, Ma'Khia Haynes. He doesn't have to use that big back because he didn't get touched.
And that scoring drive is sponsored by our friends at On Demand Occupational Medicine. 7 plays, 79 yards. The Golden Eagles made it look easy. Liam Jones has the ball teed up back deep for Ridge. It's Owen Silak. This will be taken by one of the man. Ball is loose. It's still loose. Golden Eagles scratching, clawing, fighting for it. Is it another huge turnover? And it's going to belong to Mineral Ridge. Jesse Rozzi was able to get the ball, keep possession for the Rams. And he was in the right place at the right time, fortunately for Ridge.
Yeah, Austin Ole unable to come up with it, but Rozzi just a couple yards behind, able to jump on it.
Here it is 14-3 in favor of United. Snap is muffed. And so that one was doomed from the very start as a botched center quarterback exchange. So Landon Bingham will have to come out. He will be replaced by Ethan Delly, I believe.
And we've seen Delly a couple times here tonight, both running and throwing the football. Delly the junior, Bingham the senior. I wonder if they're talking about if that helmet was ripped off or not, if a penalty occurred.
Is that a flag back by the Mineral Ridge huddle at about the 24? It is a flag. Coaches from both sides saying be smart. So we're waiting the call from Bob Marchio. And we'll get an explanation here, we think, in short order. So the officials are still huddled up, and I'm puzzled why the lengthy discussion. Now I think we're back in working order. And maybe we won't get an explanation. It'll just be second down. And they wave the flag off. There is the explanation. So no penalty has been assessed.
A lengthy discussion, but you appreciate the fact they try to get it right.
No doubt.
Take a look at the end of this play when the helmet does come off.
So rolling clock now in this third quarter. Rams keep it up the middle, across the 30 to the 34-yard line. It'll set up third down. Stop made by Tyler Wood.
This would be a big third down right here.
He runs hard, does Holbrook, doesn't he?
Yeah, you know, I look at Holbrook and then I look at his counterpart on the other side, Mekhi Haynes. Both that bigger style back, both hard runners. We've seen that hard running style pick up more than a few first downs in that first half for the Rams.
Inside 8 minutes left to play, third quarter. Stack eye, and the toss goes to Schaefer. Schaefer trying to weave his way for a first down. He picked up a yard or two to the 36, but he's going to be about 4 yards shy of a first down.
Boy, it seemed like he ran forever right there, but he received that pitch so deep that by the time he made his way to the line of scrimmage, it was already 4 or 5 yards.
So the punt group is going to come back out. Christian Dunlap to kick it away. It'll be Thomas Brown and Quentin Taylor to return for United. We get a look at Taylor, and it's a fake punt, and that one blown up. So Ridge went to the bag of tricks, and Wyatt Swanson was having none of it. Wow!
You know, they put 2 guys deep, so it's a good opportunity to try it. There you see the snap to the up man. With just great penetration. Also, Sidney Casto, one of the first guys to make contact. And you appreciate the aggressiveness by Coach Hake, but that Golden Eagle defense stepping up.
Thomas Brown lined up as a wide receiver, far side to the right for United. This is a direct snap that goes to Mekhi Haynes. He's a load to bring down as he rumbles down towards the 20-yard line.
Haynes isn't going to beat anybody in a 40-yard dash, but I tell you what, you don't want to get in his way on the way to that 40-yard dash. Again, you look at the blocking up front. I mean, Haynes is into the secondary before he gets touched. Christian Dunlap finally able to bring him down.
We have a whistle and a timeout called by Mineral Ridge. We'll take it as well. 6:44 to play, third quarter. United 14, Mineral Ridge 3 on the WKBN High School Football Game of the Week. Coming to you live from the campus of Mineral Ridge High School. A great facility, a great look at this field, a turf surface. Mineral Ridge in the short end, trailing United 14-3 as we welcome you back. Chad Krispinski, Ralph Sandy with you. Mekhi Haynes lined up in the Wildcat spot. Thomas Brown out wide to the right. Haynes takes the snap, trying to find an opening, muscles his way towards the 20 and down inside the 20. and wrestled down at the 19, but he is in to the B&R Wholesale Tire and Wheel red zone.
His last couple carries, we gave credit to that offensive line for saying he got untouched into the secondary. That time it was all him as he just leaned forward and picked up 2 or 3 yards on his own.
Haynes up to 52 yards. He has the 12-yard touchdown run. Haynes brings a man in motion. He'll take the direct snap up the middle. Haynes rumbles his way inside the 15, and he's down to the 14 and is still shy of a first down, however, as those big linemen up front for United starting to get a little bit fired up. When you get that rhythm going with a line, that fires those big guys up, and they're quickly back to the line of scrimmage. Thomas Brown. This is 3rd down and short upcoming. We'll call it 3rd down and 2. In motion comes Braden Schwartz. Thomas Brown looks towards the near sideline. Brown awaits the snap. He brings Schwartz in motion. Up the middle. Brown cuts it into the end zone, and he's in. Touchdown!
Well, it looks like a different offense here in the second half for United. You know, that first half we saw gains of 2 or 3, but now they're getting them in big chunks. And 2 early touchdowns here in the 3rd quarter. Here you see the run, direct snap to Brown. Good blocking on the outside.
Extra point try coming courtesy of Liam Jones. Snap back, ball down. And he whacks that one up and through. And with 5:20 to play here in the 3rd quarter, it is now 21-3 in favor of United. And hats off to the big guys up front there, getting a heck of a push, especially in this 3rd quarter, Ralph.
Yeah, they definitely have the momentum here in the 3rd quarter, thanks to those guys up front. And, you know, when you're an offensive lineman and you're blocking and you see your backs getting big chunks of yardage, I think, you know, it fires you up. You see right in the center of that picture is one of those guys, Levi Lucas, the junior at 6'4", really one of the anchors on that offensive line.
They really mix it up to the Golden Eagles, and they spread the wealth, so to speak. There you saw Micaiah Haynes, and then Thomas Brown puts on a move, sliced his way up the field and into the end zone for the 13-yard touchdown. That scoring drive, 4 plays, 36 yards, sponsored by On Demand Occupational Medicine.
Yeah, and you look back on that drive, remember they stopped the fake punt, got that ball at the 36, great field position, and took advantage of it.
Liam Jones will kick it away back deep to return his Silac, but we'll see if Silac gets a chance. The kicks have been deliberately short to some of the up men previously. And same situation, ball will roll around. It's picked up by Rozzi. Rozzi trying to get an opening, and Rozzi breaks a tackle, and he's ridden down from the backside, but not before he reaches the 38-yard line for Mineral Ridge. 1st and 10, Rams. The area's best football players are part of WKBN's Big 22. The Big 22 is sponsored by WW Heating and Air Conditioning and by Northeast Ohio Impact Academy. Go to WKBN.com and click on sports to see the top high school football players in the Valley. All right, now down 21-3, Ridge ball. What's the plan of attack for Andy Hake's team now?
Well, I still think you do what you do best, right? You establish that run game in between Bingham and Holbrook. You can't go crazy. I think they will sprinkle some passes in here, but I think you have to establish that run game here. Still a lot of time left in this ball game.
Out of the shotgun, Rams will give it to the near side. On the carry, it's Caden Schaefer.
And boy, did you notice who ran that play down from the backside? That's Levi Lucas, your defensive lineman. There he is, big 7'7". We talked about him. We talked about him on the offensive line, but how about him running down the back? That's pretty impressive.
Pickup of 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7 from the 41-yard line. Landon Bingham. Ready to go to work. 4.5 to play. Bingham to throw. It's complete. Left side up to the 45. Stop made by Rowan Kelly. Catch made by Austin Ole.
Yeah, good catch by Ole, but Kelly does a good job of keeping him in front of him, not allowing the big play on the outside. You know, you allow that reception, you allow the gain, but then nothing after.
From the 45-yard line, it'll be an important third down upcoming. Third down and 3 for the Rams. Preston Holbrook is the running back. 3 wide receivers set, 2 to the left. Draw play goes to Holbrook. Holbrook trying to muscle his way forward. He's not going to get where he needs to go or to be. And it will set up a 4th down and short opportunity now. Looks like 4th and 1. Maybe 1.5. So another big chance now for that United defense to really put the clamps on controlling the momentum here. Stackeye in the backfield behind Landon Bingham. And the give over the left side, and I do not think he got there. That was Batista. They'll spot the ball, they'll eyeball it, and I do believe it's going to be Golden Eagles football. Turnover on downs.
Well, that'll be back-to-back drives, but the Eagles will take over in Ridge territory. The bottom of that pile looked like Austin Ceresna was the first one to make contact, and there just was nowhere for Holbrook to go.
And that wasn't even close. So the ball is going to be marked down at the 46-yard line. That is where United will have it. First down and 10 as you get a look at Mineral Ridge head coach Andy Hake. We have an injured Rams player. Looks as if it's some cramping. In case you're just joining us, we'll show you how this one has played itself out. Rowan Kelly with a 1-yard touchdown in the first. United up 7-0. And in the third quarter, 12-yard scoring scamper by Mekhi Haynes. That made it 14-3. And then Thomas Brown most recently reached the end zone from 13 yards out, 21-3, and that's where we are here at this moment. I can't quite make out the number of the Mineral Ridge player being attended to. I can say with some confidence it's a lineman. And the injured player appears to be, well, let's see, I don't want to guess. Looks like it is Justin Sudetic. All right, so back to it. First down and 10. 3:04 left to play here in the third quarter. High snap. This is Haynes. Haynes carrying a couple of tacklers with him inside the 40. Down to the 39-yard line. Mekhi Haynes is having himself quite a night as well.
Yeah, you look at this United offense, really it's been the Brown and Haynes show behind that offensive line, really gaining a lot of momentum here in this third quarter.
So it is second down and 3 upcoming for the Golden Eagles. Mekhi Haynes up the middle. He got grabbed, tried to push his way ahead. He was able to fall forward, picking up, looks to be about 1 yard. It'll set up third down and 2.
Yeah, part of the reason he fell forward, some of them offensive linemen were helping him fall forward. Try to make this an easier third down conversion.
Look at the rushing numbers for United. They're really starting to pile up now, and when you use that big offensive line, that takes its toll over the course of 4 quarters. Thomas Brown brings him in motion. They will give it to Schwartz. Schwartz has the first down inside the 35, and he's wrestled down at the 32-yard line.
And what you like about this United offense is obviously some quality backs carrying the ball, but also the motion in the backfield. You know, the defense has to respect that. We haven't seen many carries by Braden Schwartz, but we've seen him go in motion a lot, and that time you do give him the ball, you're able to pick up that first down, really keeping that defense guessing.
United trying to milk this third quarter clock, bleed it out as much as possible. Schwartz lines up as a wide receiver, far side to the right. We'll see if he comes in motion. He will. And we have a timeout taken by United. PJ Ogilvie did not like something that he saw, so a stoppage of play comes with 1 minute to play here in the third quarter.
Yeah.
United up 21-3. We've talked a lot about Thomas Brown, but what about Micaiah Haynes? He's a much bigger back, and they call him like a bull. That's what Coach Ogilvie called him. Said, you'll see how hard he runs. What do you like about what he has done tonight?
I think the fact that he runs hard, you know, he's not afraid of contact. In fact, he initiates half the time. Not a real tall guy at 5'9", but 215. And he uses that weight, you know, to pick up those extra yards. And he's also a willing blocker. I think that's one of the things that separates him, that when Thomas Brown does carry the ball, Micaiah Haynes is not afraid to go in there and be that lead blocker.
Well, coming into the game, Coach Ogilvie talked about the one thing he really wants to see is he wants to see his team become much more physical. Did they do that tonight so far?
Well, I tell you what, I mean, they were physical in that first half, but, you know, you look at this third quarter, they've rushed for over 150 yards in the third quarter alone.
I'd say mission accomplished in that regard. So it is first down and 10 for the Golden Eagles. Brown puts his head down, and there was nowhere to go right there. Solid job by the defensive front from Mineral Ridge to blow that thing up. It's a loss of 1 on the play. It'll be second down and 11.
Yeah, when you talk about that defensive front, that was about 10 guys in the box right there. So it was almost the entire defense that was the front. You almost wonder if United will throw a little quick throw into the playbook here, because they have everybody packed in there.
Barring an incomplete pass, this may be the final play of this third quarter. Kelly and Schwartz lined up as wide receivers. In motion comes Schwartz. Here's Thomas Brown. And there's a flag down as he's able to squirt his way down towards the 26-yard line. It is an illegal shift. So back to Golden Eagles up 5 yards.
I believe that's their first penalty of the third quarter after having 8 in that first half. Definitely cleaned things up in that aspect.
Go back things up. There you see the penalties.
You know, you expect penalties early in the season, you know, but you look at Mineral Ridge here tonight, 0 penalties. That's pretty impressive.
And I don't think we're going to snap the ball as the final seconds tick on down. We go to the fourth quarter with your score. United 21, Mineral Ridge 3 on the WKBN High School Football Game of the Week. 12 minutes to play here at Mineral Ridge High School. United 21, Mineral Ridge 3. Chad Krispinski, Ralph Sandy with you. It is second down and 16 as we start this fourth quarter. Thomas Brown and that ground attack on display in the third. Brown looks to go to the air. He steps up. He's flushed. He will now run. And Brown is down. He got swallowed up. There was a slew of Rams surrounding him. He did pick up a pretty decent chunk of yardage, but it'll be third down and 13. Well, it looks like just 3 on the play. Ran a long while, but didn't pick up a whole heck of a lot when it was all said and done. So the Golden Eagles will send out a triangle of wide receivers, far side to the left, one near side to the right. Brown throws on the run, sliding catch to the 25-yard line. That's Quentin Taylor, his first catch by my count on the night. And it's going to set up a 4th down and short situation. He's close to a first down. It'll be 4th down and 3 upcoming. Kyan Haynes is the running back. The lineup is the Wildcat. Haynes trying to get a push. Haynes rumbles his way down to the 17-yard line, and that's another United first down. Haynes picks up those hard-earned yards as he takes the Golden Eagles into the B&R Wholesale Tire and Wheel red zone.
It looks like we have another injury down there, another cramping issue. That time looks like Christian Dunlap that's down. But, you know, I think Ridge forced that whole series of play calls over the course of the last 3 plays, right? I mean, they're stacking the line of scrimmage. They pretty much forced United to throw the ball on back-to-back plays. They don't throw it. I mean, Brown scrambles, picks up some yards. Next play, you know, they do throw the football, get close enough that they go for it on 4th and pick it up.
Chad Krispinski, Ralph Sandy with you here tonight from the 17-yard line. United knocking on the door once again, already with a commanding 21-3 lead, and the Golden Eagles are looking for more. United has won 3 of the last 5 head-to-head meetings in the series, but these two haven't faced off since back in 2012. We have a whistle and a timeout called by Andy Hake. And with 10:35 left to play here in the 4th quarter, we'll take it as well. United up 21-3 on the WKBN High School Football Game of the Week. First down and 10 for United from the 17-yard line as we're back to it. Golden Eagles bring a man in motion. Thomas Brown puts his head down, barrels his way inside the 15-yard line, down to the 13. Pickup of about 4 yards, setting up 2nd down and 6. Time of possession even, but the Golden Eagles have taken advantage of their opportunities. They've been able to punch it in. Just 1 field goal to speak of for Mineral Ridge. We're inside the 10-minute mark. Here in the 4th quarter, it is 2nd down and 6 for United. Golden Eagles bring a man in motion. This is Ma'Kian Haynes. Haynes spins his way. He refuses to go down. And he's finally spun backwards. We'll see where they roll him down. It looks like the 11-yard line.
You look at that formation that time with Ma'Kian Haynes at quarterback. You have Brown coming in motion. You know, pick your poison if you're the defense.
From the 11-yard line, it is 3rd down and 3. Schwartz comes in motion and then reverses his tracks. Thomas Brown with the play clock down to 5. Brown takes the snap, gives it to Schwartz. Schwartz cuts it back upfield. Schwartz got walloped inside the 5. But it will be 1st down and goal for United. Derek Rakic delivered a big-time hit for Ridge, but the chains will move, and it's 1st and goal, Golden Eagles.
And we've seen that tonight. You know, Braden Schwartz getting a few carries in motion, trying to get to the outside. He does it. Watch the hit here at the end. That's a nice hit.
Wow.
By the junior, Derek Rakic.
So the ball is spotted just inside the 5. That 4th quarter clock. It's now 1st down and goal. Tight formation for Thomas Brown. Brown gives Ma'Kian Haynes trying to power his way in for 6, but he stopped short on 1st and goal. And it'll be 2nd down and goal, and if nothing else, For United, it just allows them to take a little bit more time off this clock.
You know, I think back to that second quarter, Mineral Ridge had the ball almost the entire time. And then here you look at this fourth quarter, the third quarter going into the fourth quarter, United's had the ball so long, you know that this Ram defense is tired.
From the 2-yard line, the give is to Micaiah Haynes. Haynes scratching, clawing, he's in! Touchdown!
Yeah, I'm not sure what Coach Ogilvie said at halftime, but they've come out a more explosive team, a team playing a lot cleaner penalty-wise, and offensive line playing really well as well.
Liam Jones on for the extra point. That one is blocked. So it stays 27-3. See if the ball will go to one of the up men once again. Silac get a crack? He will not. It'll be picked up and taken by Bussey. Bussey, open field. Foot race on. Bussey in. Touchdown. And that gives a little pep into the step of the Ridge Rams. So now the Rams will go for 2. The run play goes up the middle. This is Basista, and he is turned back. Zach Graffius is there to make the stop. Timeout on the field. We'll take it as well. 27-9, United leading Ridge on the WKBN High School Football Game of the Week. And welcome back. 7:38 left to play in the fourth quarter. It is now United 27, Mineral Ridge 9, as we have had points aplenty for both sides here in the last couple of moments. It started with United putting that ground attack on full display as the pads have been popping, and then a completion to Quentin Taylor, and then it's Schwartz trying to push his way in, and then the big guy polishes off the drive. Micaiah Haynes with a 2-yard touchdown, and that scoring drive sponsored by On Demand Occupational Medicine. And we weren't done, but we'll get to what else happened here in short order, as it looks like the Rams will have their kicker come out, and we may have an onside kick from Steven Gutierrez, who has booted a field goal tonight. It's a little onside kick, which is covered by Sidney Casto of United. So the Golden Eagles will have it first down and 10. And then special teams coming up big. And this is a heck of a return by Chandler Bussey, weaving his way through the coverage unit and then turning on the Jets. When it's all said and done, 75-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. And that scoring drive likewise sponsored by On Demand Occupational Medicine. So now United is looking for nothing more than a time-consuming drive. They will not be going up tempo here, I don't believe.
No, and you appreciate that special teams touchdown by Mineral Ridge, but it didn't give this defense much of a rest.
On the keeper, this is Thomas Brown. He puts his head down, plows forward down to the 50-yard line. And it's a gain of 5.
You know, we saw some turnovers there in that first half, 3 to be exact, 2 for Ridge, 1 for United. You think about this drive right here. That Rams defense is going to do everything they can to get that ball back, so ball security becomes paramount for the ball carriers of United.
Down to 7 minutes left, second down and 5, 27-9 United leading Mineral Ridge. 4 wide receivers set. Brown brings Schwartz in motion. He gives it to Schwartz, and Schwartz got grabbed and slammed down right at the line of scrimmage. And now Andy Hake will take a timeout. And he's now out of timeouts, trying to preserve as much time as possible. This is not over yet by any stretch, but it will be 3rd down and 4 when we get back to it.
And getting a stop right here is important.
The run play goes to Schwartz. Schwartz bobbing and weaving his way. He has another United first down.
And a little element of surprise there, right? You thought on a big 3rd down for sure you're going to see Brown or Haynes carry the ball. But again, Braden Schwartz coming up big with the first down conversion. And now with the fresh set of downs, you look at that clock at 6:30. United will be able to take big chunks off here as Ridges without any timeouts.
Play clock is now down to 11, I would imagine. We'll let this thing wind down. Play clock now down to 5. Thomas Brown brings Schwartz in motion, and the give is to Schwartz. Schwartz spins his way down inside the 40. He tried to fall forward to the 39, but was grabbed. They'll mark him down at the 40-yard line, and that'll set up a 2nd down play, 2nd down and 9. So they'll take another 30 seconds off here. Not in any hurry.
Did you see Braden Schwartz coming off the field? He looked exhausted. He's like, come on, man, that's 2 carries in a row.
2nd down and 9. To the ground, it's Haynes. Not much to speak of there. Brought down by Preston Holbrook. So 27-9 is our score. United is just content to watch that clock continue to tick, 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 tick down. Of course, the last time that these two teams got together was 2012. There were a lot more points than we have here tonight. An overtime thriller that Mineral Ridge won 54-53 in overtime. What a ball game that was. Divine Redding ran for 266 and scored 5 touchdowns in that thriller. Thomas Brown tries to cut the corner, has the edge, trying to stay in bounds. That's very alert. He didn't try to get to the outside. He slowed up and said, I'm going to go down, but I'm going down in bounds.
Yeah, and I think he gets close enough there on that 3rd down play where you go for it, which is going to take more time off the clock. And I think you take a loss there. Maybe you contemplate the punt, depending, that field position. But now, on a 4th and manageable, a 4th and 2 with 4 minutes left.
It is 4th down and 2 for United. Golden Eagles bring Schwartz in motion up the middle. Schwartz spun down at the 29-yard line, and that's going to be another United first down. Get to the line of scrimmage. Play clock down to 7, 6, and 5. Thomas Brown takes the snap. They'll give it to Mekhi Haynes, and Haynes, with bodies hanging on him, is wrestled down. He helps Holbrook up. Good sportsmanship on both sides.
And I look at those two players, I compared them earlier, Haynes and Holbrook. Both just that gritty type of player. Holbrook on playing that way on both sides of the ball here tonight. That's what teams need, those leaders that play both ways, physical players.
Thomas Brown fakes the handoff. He'll roll to the near side. Brown to the 30, 25. Puts his head down and he plows forward down to the 21-yard line. And he is a yard and a half, maybe 2 yards shy of a first down. So that'll set up 3rd down and 2. Here's a great look. Thomas Brown coming right into your living room.
Yeah, and what you don't see from that angle is that offensive line really sealing that edge for him to be able to turn that corner and pick up 8 yards.
Play clock down to 3 and now 2. This is a run play to Schwartz up the middle, and he's in to the B&R Wholesale Tire and Wheel red zone. So it is a first down for United, and I'm not so sure that we will have anything but some kneel downs now. You agree?
Yeah, at this point, with no timeouts for Ridge, you could just kneel on the ball, pay attention to that play clock. But just you applaud the effort from United here in the second half. Looked like a totally different football team.
The Golden Eagles from United into victory formation. Thomas Brown takes a knee. Scoring update courtesy of Farmers National Bank. Boardman falls to Uniontown Lake 48-20. In other action, Girard pounds Lakeside 63-18. Elsewhere, Crestview pounds Lakeview 35-7. That one is gone final as well. One other score to pass along to you. Toronto beats up Lowville 34-6. Here it is 27-9 in favor of United. We'll have one more snap and then we'll put the finishing touches on this one, as United will now have won 4 of the last 6 head-to-head meetings. Right after this on the WKBN High School Football Game of the Week. And welcome back to Mineral Ridge High School, the home of the Rams, where tonight it was United topping Mineral Ridge by a final score of 27-9. Hi again, everybody. Chad Krispinski back with you. It's now time to select our Player of the Game. Our Player of the Game award is sponsored by our friends at Eastwood Mall, Stadium GM, and Soup City Designs. Tonight's Player of the Game, United's Thomas Brown. He piled up 176 rushing yards and a trip to the end zone, a touchdown. And Thomas, congratulations to come here to put on a performance like you all did as a team to knock off a very good Mineral Ridge team. How's it feel right now? What worked so well?
It feels amazing. I mean, we ran the ball really well. That's what worked for us. We ran the ball, and our defense got stops. So that's what happened.
Tell me about what makes this ground attack so special. And I think I know what you're going to say. Those big guys up front paved the way, and you took control in the second half, didn't you?
Yes. Our linemen block great, and our split ends and all of them, they block down well, and we kick out people, and we score touchdowns.
The tradition of winning here at United has been around for a number of years under Coach Ogilvie. What is the secret to the success here for the Golden Eagles, and what has allowed you guys to continue to win as much as you have?
Just be tough and keep fighting. I mean, the game's not over till it's over.
Tell me about what kind of a statement that you made for the whole Valley to see you knock off Mineral Ridge. What does a performance like this, a dominant second half like this, say about this group here tonight?
We're different than any other year. We're coming this year. We're doing good.
Congratulations on a great performance. Best of luck to you and the Golden Eagles the rest of the way.
Thank you.
That's Thomas Brown, 176 yards and a touchdown as United tops Mineral Ridge by a final of 27-9. We'll continue our post-game coverage after this. Chad Krispinski inviting you to stay tuned for more on the WKBN High School Football Game of the Week. It was a tough night for Andy Hake's Mineral Ridge Rams. United tops Mineral Ridge by a final score of 27-9. United improves to 2-0. Mineral Ridge drops to 1-1. So that is indeed the story from here at Mineral Ridge High School. We hope you enjoyed this Friday night presentation of the WKBN High School Football Game of the Week. For my broadcast partner Ralph Sandy and all of us here at WKBN, my name is Chad Krispinski, telling you once again the final score, United 27, Mineral Ridge 9. Till next time, so long everybody.